Hey guys, Devin here with Cigars and Spirits New England. I'll get right to the chase. There's 2 feet of snow outside. It's freezing, and I don't want to go outside and review cigars freezing cold where I'm just rushing it and giving you a rushed review. So we're not going to do that. Long story short, let's do some filler videos on the first segment of Not a Whiskey Advisor. I'm not a whiskey advisor. I'm not advising you to start a whiskey collection. If you say, hey, I'm going to go grab a few bottles of whiskey and start a collection, I'm jokingly going to tell you, I don't think you should do that because it's too expensive. And you'll wake up on Saturday mornings and you'll go to 5 different liquor stores looking for different bottles of whiskey. And I don't want your wives in my DM saying, hey, Dev, why is my Caribbean cruise canceled? Because now we're going to Louisville or we're starting the Bourbon Trail. And I don't want to do that. And I don't want that on my conscience. Should I say, hey, maybe you should have bought a little ETH at $900? Maybe. Maybe you should have bought some Sol at $20? Maybe. But should you buy a Weller Full Proof? No. Save them for me. Let's have a sip, fellas. Nice cork pop. This is a Weller Full Proof, owned by Sazerac, Buffalo Trace product. Weller, the original wheated bourbon. This is a full proof, 114 proof. Not a good one, or not an easy one to find, excuse me. That's a hard one to find. And actually, guys, what makes this one really special is it's a store pick. So it is a Bow Street Beverage, Portland, Maine store pick. Shout out to this is not the first store pick I've gotten from them this year. That is a relatively allocated product, so I'm excited for it. But yes, kind of subtle on the palate at first. Like I said, I'm not really a huge whiskey reviewer. I just thought we'd get together and drink one on what I'm calling the first episode of Not a Whiskey Advisor. Not a financial advisor either. Although I gave you a couple of picks, maybe you should have bought when they were a little cheaper. That's kind of just a woody smell and very fruit forward so far. Sorry, shout out to my parents for the new mic setup. That's pretty sweet for Christmas present, but it's my first video using it, so I don't know really how it's gonna sound, excuse me. Or, when I'm smoking cigars, sometimes I try not to smack my lips for like tasting notes and things like that. So it might be something I have to get used to. Love the proof on it. Exactly how it sounds. Pretty much just goes kind of woody, bright fruit, finishes vanilla wood. Absolutely delicious. The soft cherry wood finish is absolutely phenomenal. It's pretty complex. I'm a proof guy at the end of the day. So yeah, that 114 proof is phenomenally delicious. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Not going to overcomplicate that. Earthy. Super earthy. Cherry, wood, vanilla, fruit. I don't read the actual tasting notes. I don't care what the tasting notes are. I'm just going to give you my tasting notes because, like I said, I'm not a bourbon advisor. I'm a cigar aficionado. Yes. Financial advisor? No. Bourbon advisor? No. Like I said, I don't want Melissa in my DM saying, Dev, we're not going to the Dominican Republic anymore. But we do have 3 stops on the Bourbon Trail, and we're staying in a barrel for a hotel room. Yep, not my fault, fam. Not my fault. I'm not owning that in my own conscience. That's why I said I'm not a bourbon advisor. But if you want to see some bourbon, every once in a while this winter, we'll drop one of these videos. Maybe eventually we'll do a live. We'll drink together. That sounds fun. Yeah, guys, hope you enjoy it. Really, I miss doing cigar reviews for you. I can't wait to get to spring, or at least do a day or two at the cigar lounge. I think that would be good. Wait till my brother's in town or something. Have fun with it. This is a lucky one to find, guys, on a shelf. It's a lucky one to find on a shelf. I feel a little bit fortunate to have walked in and chatted somebody up and got one in my hands, especially after passing on an Elijah Craig 18. It was a little sad, but shout out to my dad as well, because you're going to see some bottles that are really fun and other store picks and things. Oh, I like to mention too, everything's MSRP here, or very close to MSRP. I did not go out and spend $200 on this bottle. This is literally $59, which is probably hard to believe for somebody. I wish I had a receipt for you, but I wouldn't lie to you. That's $59 off the shelf. And yes, that is a store pick. It says Sazerac Barrel Select Bow Street Beverage. Barrel number 171, excuse me. So that's pretty special. Pretty special. I'm fortunate to have it. Have a great day, guys.